We're going to be here all day. We're going to be here all day, baby. I like this kind of party.
Welcome back to the Wayback, everybody. Ryan Sickler here, ryansickler.com, and on all your social media. Starting this episode by saying thank you, like I always do. Thank you for supporting anything I do. I don't care what it is. Telling someone, buying a shirt, whatever it is, thank you. If you're watching this far, drop a comment in there. Help the algorithm out, all right? Very excited today to have my guest here. This is a special treat. It's only second time we've ever done the double guest here in the Wayback. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sklar Brothers. Welcome to the Wayback, gentlemen.
What's up? Oh, it feels so good to be in the
Great
Wayback.
to see you guys.
Feels so good to be facing this way in the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Before we kick this off, please promote everything and anything you'd like.
So you can follow us on any and all social medias at Sklar Brothers, brothers spelled all the way out. Come see us live. We do our Tag It show regularly at the Comedy Store and at Largo. We'll have you on in the fall to do that. Where
I've done one before.
Oh my God,
the Dynasty.
Yeah.
Yes,
Wow.
you were part of it. Yeah.
Our friends do their
Might have been a
sets.
pilot, you guys.
Yeah, we were
right?
shooting it.
Yeah.
We were filming it, and you were so funny.
So our friends do their sets of comedy. We host the show, and while they're performing, we're on the back of the stage, just in the note sections of our phone, listening and writing tags, and then pitching that. Then afterwards, we pitch our tags on stage in front of the audience, and it's
So
great.
fun.
It's like we're trying to think of these jokes in the moment, and
But it's what we love when we see you out in the world, which is
riffing,
having fun with each other, celebrating each other. Nobody in this business, the joy I get watching you laugh at other comedians, but the generosity in your laugh to me is one of the best things in all of comedy. I'm saying this to you.
Thank you.
Bottle it,
Frame it, put it in a museum.
Do you?
Yeah, sold ringtones. You can get my ringtone.
I want your ringtone.
I want it so
I
badly.
want it. I want it. So that.
Well, I want to say this. I want to give you guys some flowers here for a sec, because when I was in Montreal few years ago now, I came. I bounced into the High Line. It was a midnight show. I was solo, came in single, just by myself, and I came in because was doing my show at DVK the next night. But I came in off of a delayed flight the day before. They canceled our flight, and I was like, my first time in Montreal here, and I just want to go see these guys and have some fun. And I came in as a fan, which I hadn't done in forever.
I mean,
and
when do we do
sat
that?
down in the bleachers. That's the night I met Brandy. I sat there, and you guys dropped a joke, and you said, was it rivulet?
A rivulet of Diet Mr. Pibb. Of Diet Mr. Pibb.
Bro, I went rivulet out loud to myself, and she heard me say it, and I could feel like her look a little bit, and the joy, and again, that's what I'm saying. I just said to I'm there by myself. I know no one. I just met her and was politely, is anyone sitting here? Can I sit here and watch? And I'm just over there, and I went rivulet again, and that's when she turned to me and she started laughing so hard. She's like, "Are you laughing at rivulet?" I'm like dying at rivulet.
So good.
And that's what connected us. That's what bonded us.
So the
God
joke
damn.
was that men
can't. The joke is that men can't bond with babies because men can't breastfeed babies
that much. We all try it once.
Yeah.
What comes out of a man's breath? The answer is nothing. Not
oat milk, not almond milk, not a rivulet of Diet Mr. Pibb, a hard seltzer.
Diet Mr. Pibb and not Dr. Pepper again.
So what I love about Mr. Pibb, and this is talk about Wayback.
Is
that
it
was
local? Is that a local drink?
Mr. Pibb was a Dr.
Kirsten,
Pepper.
look up Mr. Pibb, please.
So it was a Dr. Pepper knockoff. And what you do, and what I love about it is
can
like,
I ask you, do you know this? Is Dr. Pepper a Pepsi and Pibb was a Coke thing? Like what? There it is.
Mr. Pibb is a Coca-Cola company.
To compete with Dr.
Pepper, which was
specifically in the southern
And
market.
what I kind of loved was that Dr. Pepper went all the way and got his doctorate.
got his PhD.
This guy's
Mr. Pibb's just a professor.
He just got his master's.
I went to
master's in flavor.
I went to a technical school.
I
I got a technical degree in spice from the University of Phoenix.
Mister, for Christ's sake.
But
I've
it was
earned the Mister.
It was spicy in terms of like that was it. By the way, it goes down good as bad English. It goes down well.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of this? And we're going to come back to this seat in a second. But I hear about Kirsten. Look this up. People putting peanuts or something in the South. Do you know about this? Here it is. It's
okay. There you
regional
go.
tradition. Wait, go back for a second.
Never saw this. Never, ever saw this.
It's often done to create sweet and salty.
Hey, this Coke doesn't have enough nuts in it.
You know what this Coke needs?
His Coke needs more
Give me some
nuts.
You know what this Mr. Pibb needs? Some Mr.
nuts.
Planters, Mr. Peanut,
Get
and Mr. Pibb.
Hey, Mr. And you know, as they're dropping in, they're like, Mr. Peanut, meet Mr. Pibb.
That's how they form Mr. Mister.
That's
That is
how
how
Mr.
Mister was formed.
Carry a laser down.
On the nuts in my Coca-Cola.
All right, wait. Let me wrangle this back for a second. Let's start.
Wrangle it back.
The Wayback. This seat. You guys are 53 now.
Yes,
correct?
sir.
I'm 52.
53. Okay.
Did you ever ride in this seat? If
Yes.
so, who
Yes.
had it? Tell us about it.
So we rode in this seat, but the truth of the matter is this seat was always like it was even bougie for like certain station wagons. We would ride in the back where there was no seat.
Just where it laid flat.
Just lay flat. And we for carpool, we'd be in the way back, and some people called it the back. We were in the Wallaces, like Linda Wallace, who our buddy,
Our
two
Aunt
doors
Linda.
down, our Aunt Linda,
Hilarious.
who is a phenomenal woman, 4'9", but literally had like her personality could dunk a tennis ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, she couldn't palm a big ball. You could drop a tennis ball.
She
in there.
was so funny. And it still is really, really funny. Our
like
mom's
brutally
best friend.
honest about everything except for the fact that she's not our real aunt.
And she's driving you guys?
She would drive
us
us carpool.
to where?
So
School?
it was to like Hebrew school.
Hebrew
But
school.
on the way, we would have to stop at her son's allergist so he could get a shot.
Right. So
Every day, every time.
Every time we did it. So like every week that it was her time to drive on this thing. So like we would drive and we'd be in the way back. Like
You know, and if you accelerate and the people are in the way back,
Oh, you're
you're up
rolling
against
into
the window.
Boom, yeah.
there's no seating whatsoever. We're just kids with like sitting next to groceries. It was like it'd be like if you put someone in the trunk of a
But she had a
hatchback.
seat in there, Rand. She did have a seat in hers. We didn't have it in ours. We had an old Volare.
This is what you had here?
Volare, yeah,
Volare.
that's
Is
what
that
we
how you
had.
say- you say
yeah.
Volare?
Volare.
Volare.
So ours was more like that yellow one down below, right
This
there.
guy here?
But ours was brown. So it was brown, and you just would
No, the one with the
That
that's
looks like
open.
wood.
The one with that one.
Oh,
that
there you
one.
go.
This is
This
was
is
the
what
car.
we had.
This is your ride right here?
This
This
is
is the
exactly what we had. And this is
Yours is
yellow,
just
but
like
ours was
ours.
brown. Exactly. This is the exact car that we had. And we would sit back
I
there.
remember one time we're driving this car down to the Lake of the Ozarks because we're from St. Louis.
Okay, do you guys know you have a way back in there, though, right?
Yeah, there is. Oh no, it didn't pop up.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
ours didn't have
pop
it.
up. Ours
Oh,
didn't pop up.
okay.
We
Yours
had the
didn't have it.
lower
I was gonna
version.
say, okay, because
So-
some people just leave it down
No,
for those
we didn't. We would have used it if we
would
had
have
it.
used it for
So
sure.
we're driving down to the Lake of the Ozarks with our parents. It's raining. It's late at night, and
That's it, man. That's it.
that's 100% it.
We didn't have the wood panel on the side, but ours was just brown all the way around.
For some reason, our dad, he's never done this in his life, sees a guy on the side of the road.
Old guy. It's rain. It's pouring down rain.
This guy could have been Charles Manson.
Right.
Like he looked like Charles Manson.
And it's just pouring down rain, and this guy had like a gas can. He's probably like 65 years old.
and
right?
our dad, for some reason, pulls over
right
to like pick this guy
pick
up.
this guy up, which that was it. That was
our
it.
car.
That was our car.
That's our car. That's 100% our car.
Oh my God. That was the color.
Look at the
That was the
hubs on
color,
it,
too. Hubs are gone, man.
Hubs are long.
White walls. Those are black walls.
Those are black.
So we picked this
So
guy.
dad pulls over and picks this.
Who's in the car? Just the three
Our
of you?
mom's in the front.
there too?
Mom's in the front. By the way, bench seating across the
Yeah,
front. So
yeah.
our mom's in the front, and he gets in the front between our mom and
No.
our dad.
Hold on. Your dad picked up a total strange
Hitchhiker, and
hitchhiker,
this
and
guy-
he sits
In
between your
between
mom
we could smell how much liquor he had in the backseat. We're like,
over the gas can.
I mean, as a dad, exactly.
Well,
as
is
a
that the
da-
gas can? No, that's
That's
50.
that's
Jack.
whatever Jack Daniels or whatever he's drinking, which is probably
Oh
too.
my God. Our mom was so mad
Wild
at
turkey.
him. She was like, this is how we die.
Yeah.
This is how we die.
and
it-
where'd you take him? Just to a gas
just
station?
up the road, like maybe a few miles, and then just dropped him off. And everybody was like, "What
are you
What are you doing?" And it just was so funny because as a dad now of kids, you make certain decisions that you're like, "Ooh, that was like whatever I
Yeah.
just did right there to do
Mistake.
that." Like
Yeah.
I chose to do this layover between two. There's no way we're making this next flight. You just make stupid decisions. And now, at the time, I was like, "Dad, you're such an idiot." But now I'm like, "Oh, I understand." And the pressure he must have been feeling to, you know what I mean? The pressure he felt. Knowing that this guy's in the car with us was just crazy.
yeah. All right, I'm a twin myself here. I have a twin question now. It just came to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like myself, you guys had to play on every same sports team because your parents weren't taking you to 2 different sports. When's the time you ever got to compete against each other? Are you buried under nonstop meetings and struggling to remember what was discussed? Fireflies is your AI teammate that keeps track of it all. From key takeaways to next steps, Fireflies keeps you organized. No more missed details or forgotten follow-ups. Fireflies has been a great tool for us here at the studio. They take any team call we have, give timestamp notes of key moments. They bookmark important spots, so no matter what we discussed, we stay organized. I just shot a bunch of fun content while I was out in Baltimore, and Fireflies has been a huge help on our calls while we get ready to share with y'all. It seamlessly integrates with the tools you and your team already rely on, with integrations across more than 60 different apps like Zoom, Google Meet, and Slack. Fireflies was designed with security in mind, giving you the ability to control who can view, share meeting notes, and even choose where to store your meeting information. What are you waiting for? Join the over 500,000 companies already using Fireflies and start turning your meetings into action. And right now, when you sign up for a yearly Firefly subscription, you get your first 2 months for free. Just go to fireflies.ai/wayback. That's right. 2 months for free when you go to fireflies.ai/wayback. That's fireflies.ai/wayback. Do you remember a time? Has there ever been, or just even if it's backyard stuff like
ping pong? We had ping pong table in our basement, and we were such bad sports.
Oh shit, man!
With each other, or
we
just
were
in general?
Just mad at ourselves. Oh my god! If you like went, it was not the metal ping pong table that a lot of people had. We had our dad's
old wood
from the 1950s wood table, and because we were such poor sports, if we would lose, we would hit the back of the thing, like so many rackets, like you'd have the handle and the thing would fly off,
right?
When you hit it,
and
but
wood,
just
like chunks of the wood. So then it became on the end of the table, on the base.
So if you're hitting it, it's gonna.
So we started to learn how to play off the missing chunk, because you get a not a true hop, and you're like, if you can hit it to the chunk,
dude. The other thing is our basement was finished, and like so we lived.
Tell me about it. Describe a finished basement,
dude. The basement was so
you
so
don't even
great.
get basements.
So
out here.
what we lived in is similar to my house now. So our house.
Do you remember the address?
Yeah, this is the house that our mom still lives.
Okay, we're not bringing that up.
So it's in St. Louis, but it's on a hill. And so the basement opens up to the backyard. I mean, dude, there's so much stuff in the backyard. So in the backyard, we have a deck. And underneath the backyard, we had all the firewood to bring upstairs. It would all be like lined up down there. We had rabbits down there that were hanging out. I remember we had like little rabbits in our hands. But when it snowed, we had
one hill, then a flat part, then a steeper hill. And what you would run, dive onto your sled, go down the first hill.
We would use firewood to create a ramp that would just launch you off
into the second hill,
down the second
down
hill.
into the street, like cars driving.
I'm thinking you're going into the woods.
No,
you're going down a hill into a
street, and then there's other houses, and if you could go all the way across, there's another thing
hill
down.
If you got a good run,
if you go icy, you could go for days.
You just go for it. We're still going from third grade.
Oh, it's so icy. Fun. But the basement, we finished the basement, and there was a little alcove under.
There was like a built-in bookshelf, and then like a small alcove underneath the bookshelf where nothing was down there. Like it was shelf, books, but our Encyclopedia Britannica books that we had up there on there.
Alcove that's probably about 3 feet wide and like a foot and a half or 2 feet deep.
So this is so great because we played indoor soccer in St. Louis.
Yeah.
We were huge soccer kids, and indoor soccer was so much fun.
St. Louis Steamers.
St. Louis Steamers.
Thank God it wasn't Cleveland. Thank God.
We used to play you guys, the Baltimore Blast.
Chicago Stings. St. Louis Steamers, Tacoma Stars. New York Arrows. Steve Jungle was a fucking cherry picker.
I was out there watching Paul Kitson and Timmy Whitman. And
Stan
Stamankovich.
Stan Stamankovich,
Dude, that dude was
he was good.
We had Tony Glavine,
Carl Rose, Don Ebert,
Slobo Ilietsky,
Jeff Cacciatore. These guys are unbelievable.
Sammy Bick,
Steve Petcher,
Ty Keogh was on our team.
Unreal. So
remember Tattoo? Remember that guy?
Oh yeah, Tattoo was great. Dude, yeah.
So, okay, sorry, go ahead.
So we got from the Steamers. We had a birthday party at the Steamers. Our 12th birthday party. Our
At
parents,
like the arena?
Yes,
Oh,
our parents.
hell yeah.
Our parents
Oh,
took
at the
like
game.
Yeah, we
our
went to the
parents
game.
took like 15 kids to a Steamers
Oh,
game.
shit, okay.
Which I mean, back then I think tickets were like $5 or like $7.
But still, it was awesome, and the kids loved it. And we got free, like the promotion was like a little orange
rubber soccer ball that was so cool from the St. Louis Steamers. So now that's in our basement from the promotional thing. And you get down on your hands and knees on the kind of shaggy brownish carpet, like brown and tan carpet. And one person is in the alcove, and that's the goal. You're the goalie. And you come down.
not kicking, but with
with
your hands. We
trying-
created a game where you had to
put-
try to
and
score.
you try to stop, and that's the indoor soccer goal behind you on your hands and knees. We could play that for hours. And we had a stereo in there that was our grandma's old stereo. Oh yeah, dude. So that's okay.
That's a Baltimore Blast soccer ball right there, man.
So that's soccer
So
ball.
a minier version
Who's
of that.
this?
That's me.
That's
me.
Randy.
Okay.
You know, that was our goddamn. That was such a perfect one.
That's in our that horrible boombox. Even in at the time, that was a
We
bad.
got
boombox.
ours right here.
oh yeah, that was
Bowling pin from a bowling party.
soccer. That was the St. Louis Steamers. That was the soccer.
That was
ball.
the big ball we got, but we got a smaller ball. There's
smaller ball, same color, smaller ball.
So double cassette. Respect
is
on
it-
your boombox.
double
there.
cassette so
Double
you could
cassette.
record.
That's right.
Racquetball, racket, and goggles right there. Racquetball, racket up
and
there. to the
goggles left.
Oh, I see.
Far
it.
left.
I see the goggles. hanging
Well,
off.
For
Yeah.
some reason, Atlanta
Falcons helmet for some reason.
Oh,
no
is that
idea
I was
why.
wondering if that was like
It's
an
a
old
Falcon-
Jim Brown helmet.
No, it's a Falcons helmet.
What's the bowling pin?
Bowling pin? We bowled in a league. I like won a trophy, like high series scratch. I don't even know what that means. Jay was actually a little bit better bowler than me.
82 Cardinals won the World Series. That's
That's
the first.
the pennant from that thing, and that's our fireplace, which still exists. Mom painted it white. Should still exist in our house that we live in, and it was great. That was a
You
picture.
know how you lounge comfortably on
Yeah,
a
on
brick
bricks.
fireplace?
Yeah,
On brick?
yeah, of
Where am I
course.
going to just chill
Just
out and listen to this?
Resting your elbow right in that crevice right there on the brick, right there.
Polo shirt. So the basement's right down below it. So we're playing this game down below. We had a stereo down there, and for a brief period, we talk about this this is so much fun that we're doing this because we do this anyway. Like our buddy, and I'm not name dropping, I'm just gonna say this because he's a great guy and
He's
so
of
much,
our age,
and he's
also from
so
St.
much
Louis.
fun to do this with. John Hamm. Hamm is the
Oh,
best. So Hamm was in
bet.
St. Louis. He's a year older than us. He knew our next door neighbor. They went to school together. We knew the same people, never knew each other in St. Louis, became friends in LA and are now very good friends. But like, it was amazing because he did this too. There was a brief period in like 80, 81, 82, 83 where the radio station we listened to was Magic 108 FM, which was R&B black radio station in St. Louis, and we knew every
song.
single song that
The
came
Gap
out.
Band,
The Daz Band, Upside Down, like all the songs you
Cool in
listen
the Gang, Donna some.
inside down, and round, upside down, you're turning me, you're getting love instinctively, round and round.
We knew all of it.
No.
All the stuff that you skate, roller skated.
Honey,
to.
Hell
you
yeah.
are my shining star. Don't you go away. I remember listening to that in the back of Brett Fickey's dad's truck.
Vicky. There's nothing better than real names, dude. You couldn't make that one up.
Brett Fickey,
If you wrote that, they'd be like, "We're not
Yeah.
gonna go with Vicky." Like that's his
You ready
favorite.
for
Fenton Strickland.
Fenton Strickland, his brother Andy Strickland, is now like a sideline reporter for like the St. Louis Blues. I love Fenton Strickland.
Oh my God.
So,
You're
I just remember
downstairs.
listening.
playing
So
the game.
downstairs playing the game, listening to Magic 108. Like we'd play the game for hours and listen to hours.
We listened to Magic 108 so long, we'd hear the same song again
Like
in the
Brick House is on
rotation.
again,
Yeah,
guys.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was more like She's Out of My Life. You know what I mean? Everything on Off the Wall. We were like huge Michael Jackson fans like back then.
'Cause we
And
were young boys.
And we were the right age to be a Michael Jackson.
sure were.
fan.
You sure
For
were.
Michael, we were the right age.
And it was our basement was a great place for us.
So then our dad bought, and this is so cool. Our dad wound up splurging because this just wasn't his thing. He bought an actual pinball machine, which he spent like a couple $100 on this pinball machine. And we're like, God, this is so out of the ordinary for him. Because we play ping pong in the basement. We play the hand soccer and all that stuff. But he bought an actual pinball machine, which there's a place in Eagle Rock, which is close to where I am on the east side, called Waltz, and it's a pinball bar. It's fantastic. They have like all these pinball machines, and they had one from the era. Okay.
Do you know what it was?
So the one we had was called The Flash. It was so much fun, and it was in our basement. It was right next. You go down the stairs, and it was right there in the basement, kind of opposite from the bookshelf with the thing. That's it. That's
Boom.
it. That's
Well
The
done,
Flash.
Kirsten.
Unbelievable. So this was it. So I'm at Walt, and they have another Williams one that was basically everything that exists in here, but it was it was called like Splash or something. I don't know what it is, but like
the machine
was
same.
and I was like, I'm like drinking a beer and I see this thing and I'm like, holy shit, this is our childhood right here. So the best moment I remember with this is because we played and our dad played and our mom would play occasionally, but whatever. Like we would all sometimes go down there and just play. It was so much fun to actually play the thing. And one time we come back home and our dad's upstairs and we're there and all of a sudden we just hear like boo, 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 boo. We go downstairs. Mom is by herself trying to game this goddamn machine. Yeah. All right, there you go.
There it is.
Oh my God. You knew what was going on through, like if you flipped it all the way up to the right, it would sit in that thing and give you extra points.
You could bounce those things
Did
up
you get
there.
good at it?
Oh my God. We got
good.
so good and it was so much fun. And the truth of the matter is like that was a splurge. It was like one of those crazy splurges. And you remember that shit. Like you say to yourself, you know, it's good to splurge on something every time to time because it provided so much joy for us in our lives.
Now you're still talking about
Yes.
it. You still
My God.
remember it.
The fact that I saw
it's
that
a good
other
investment.
There's
Good-
probably
well done,
other
Dad.
ones, and I don't know if you can find like other ones that were like the Flash of that time. You know, there was like another one that kind of, but again, it was a Williams.
They didn't
Williams
even make
from that era.
20,000. I read
right?
quickly. They made 19,000 of those things.
So it's just we got it used. We didn't buy it new. We went to like this place. I remember it was like a warehouse that had a bunch of things in our dad was like, yeah, and they delivered it to our house. It was so much fun. It broke down from time to time, but it was so joyous to have that thing there because 2 doors down we had the Wallaces, who we told you we sat in their Wayback when we would go on carpool and stuff. The Wallaces had and built like the best pool. It was probably my favorite backyard pool I've ever been to.
In
my
ground
life.
or above ground?
In-ground, kidney-shaped
That's-
pool, diving board.
See, to us growing up, that meant you had money.
Right. 100%.
If your pool was if
in
I
the
couldn't
ground.
see the side of your pool, you had money. You know what
If I didn't have to climb up to get in it, you had
That's
money.
right, bro. If we don't have to walk around it to climb up and get
If
in
there
it.
isn't a threat that it could drown the yard, we're good.
If you weren't in danger of falling out of it and falling down.
and hurting yourself.
Right.
You can fall off my pool and break your neck.
If someone isn't saying to you, use the stairs to get out of the pool.
That was money. That
So
was
then
you got
in-ground
money.
pools meant money.
So they had this and it was like the stone around it was just everything about it was beautiful. It was fenced in, lots of areas
They would
to
have
hang
all
out.
the Memorial Day
They had
barbecues.
Memorial, they had Labor Day, they had 4th of July. So like we never traveled. For those holidays, we just went to the Wallaces and we would hang out at the Wallaces and like all these kids would be there around our age. Great food.
Someone would have the Cardinals game on radio.
Playing on the Cardinals, Jack Buck and Mike Shannon broadcast playing underneath. And you go
Classic.
inside and their air conditioning was like
So cold,
full
you would-
fucking blast. I'm like, wait, why is the air conditioning at 51?
What are we in a casino in Vegas? It's so crazy.
And you go inside and they had a full tall Miss Pac-Man, like full Miss Pac-Man.
legit.
And they also had a pinball machine too. But like
Right, and like frozen like Snickers bars in there inside.
that
It was
house,
like that house. And so it was the most joyous day ever. The parents
my
were just
God.
chilling by the pool, probably having drinks. I don't know. Our parents didn't drink, but someone was. And eating all this great food. And you'd play inside on the thing and you'd eat a candy bar and then you'd run out
you'd be
and jump in the
sopping
pool.
wet, get like a severe cold because it's like 50. You're like Walt Disney's hanging to your left over here. It's like so cold. It's like the finals. It's like this. It's like the scene of. It's like Layla in Goodfellas. You open up the truck and
hanging on the Mitos. Okay, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Did
Those
you
are good
guys
days.
ever get grounded for something you did together? Trouble together.
Did we get grounded?
Did you ever get grounded?
No,
I don't
were
think we
great.
ever got
No, you
grounded.
guys were
We
good
hid.
kids?
We hid the bad stuff that we did, and we got away with it. It's like
Okay.
Anthony Jeselnik talking about comedy. It's like if you can get away with it,
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Then-
like
then
that's
you-
the trick is getting away with it.
So I think we hid the bad stuff we did, and we never did anything too bad. But we were
smoked some weed in high school, and we we drank and smoked weed, and never really snuck
No
out.
police involvement.
No
none of that.
police.
No police.
What about?
Oh, there was police. There was police one time, and I think we did hide this, but we hid this from our parents. So we're hanging out at right near our development was an apartment complex development called the Westgate Apartments, and they had a man-made lake that you could walk around. It was probably like a fourth of a mile of a walk around. You have to walk around it 50 times to get a workout, but like they had a boathouse there that was, and no boats on the lake. I mean, it's a tiny lake, but they had like a little boathouse there, and that's where we had our kids' bar mitzvah party. And Mr. DJ came to DJ the kids' bar mitzvah party. This guy DJ'd every bar mitzvah party, and he had 1980s.
I can't believe the name was available.
He had an assistant.
We got Mr. Pimp, Mr. Peanut, and fucking Mr. DJ.
But
he was the guy.
He had an assistant with him who had cerebral palsy. That was like the other thing. And I'm like, why are we making this guy carry the
equipment?
Speakers? You know what I mean?
You're
like,
Mr.
hey,
DJ.
I know you got the shiny jacket on, but this guy,
His fingers can get the milk crates better than me, man.
I'm like, what
Making
are
him navigate the
I felt
stairs.
bad. Like we all felt bad for him. This guy.
I think we carried 2 crates.
All right. So
Mr. DJ and Mr. CP over there.
CP. So we're. Hey CP, you want to grab that other?
CP, head back to the truck down the hill and get that other fucking milk cart albums. I mean, I'll see you in 20 minutes.
CP, I need you to
break this down, CP.
I need you to run down.
I gotta go outside and
He's
smoke.
breaking it down. He's breaking the
Hey CP, can you pull that amp up those 80 stairs? We're gonna have to.
I'll see if I can get you $1.
Hey CP, we're gonna have to jerry rig these speakers because I don't think they're gonna. You get up there with
Hey,
some,
CP, can you get up there and hang
with
these
some-
twinkle lights up
some-
here for some ambiance, man?
with some cord. He's got climbing on the
Cerebral
roof.
palsy assistance doing everything. Everything. This guy's just spinning record. He's literally doing the thing the CP guy should be doing.
You could be doing this.
He could do this.
Don't make him do this.
Oh my God, it's too much. I mean, even as kids, we're like, this is not right. You know what I mean? Like,
He
you
should
knew
be
it
doing
was-
that.
This is the worst.
He should be doing that.
So
I'm
within proximity, me too. Within proximity of the boathouse and the lake, when we were in 8th grade, almost going into 9th grade, we started to like hang out in. We were going to be part of this like youth group, Jewish youth group called BBYO, and we're hanging out with older kids, B'nai B'rith Youth Organization. We're hanging out with older kids, and we're just hanging out like it's the summertime, summer before our 9th grade, and we had never drank, like never anything. Like again, we're 14 years old, but like someone brought out the wine coolers, and like we're just stupid kids in a public area near this lake in the parking lot. We didn't know. We just start drinking wine coolers and getting buzzed. And by the way, we're not driving. There's other kids who are 16 who are driving, and it's like
We're like 30 seconds from our house.
and the cops rolled up, and we were like, "Oh shit!" Like we didn't know. I mean,
There's nowhere to run. I mean, they're like 20 feet away, light shining on us, headlights. And we're like, uh-oh. And they're like, what are you guys doing? And you can't be doing this. You can't be.
How old are you? You can't be drinking like right now. And to their, I guess to their credit, they did not write tickets or anything. They just were like, get the fuck out of here right now.
And don't ever do this again.
So like, but we never told our parents about that. Like we never, that was like something we did, didn't tell them about it and whatnot.
They don't need to know.
They didn't ground us because we got good grades. We were like good students and we were nice to them. So like, that's literally all you got to do.
So
kids, that's what you got to do.
Do you have any sisters?
No.
So just the
us.
two of you.
Just the two of us.
So when you guys do vacations, are you flying? Are you driving? A little bit of both. What are you doing?
So
what's a summer vacation?
We didn't have
Sklars?
money, so we drove.
We drove. We oftentimes would visit our mom's parents and her brother
Who lived across the street from
each other in Canton, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
So we go to Canton, Ohio,
Drive St. Louis
Drive
to Canton.
up.
St. Louis to Canton.
So we
How
knew the
far
route.
is that?
Oh, it's 10 hours driving. It's a
Okay.
long.
And you're in the Valari.
We're in the Valari, and
Okay.
we're driving up, and it's like
You go through Effingham, Illinois. You go through Terre Haute, which smells like
Terre Haute,
sulfur.
Indiana. I
And
know
then
Terre Haute.
and we stop in Indianapolis. There's a deli there called
Shapiro's.
Shapiro's Deli. It's downtown near Lucas Oil now, but like there was
the
nothing.
best hot corned beef on
Oh, yeah.
toasted rye. The corned beef is so hot it melts.
Oh,
my
now
God.
look at
there
that.
it is.
Well, is that mashed
there it is.
potatoes
That's
in between it?
Oh yeah. So there's a downtown.
Oh, it's the bread.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. There's the corned beef on the left.
On the left is a corned
There
beef.
you go.
God
So
damn.
you see that? I mean,
Oh man.
if they heat it up, it's so good, and
And it
then
just
you
melts
see the little
into it.
toast on the top
Yeah.
of the thing. So
my
the
God, my
corned
mouth
beef is hot. I know it's crazy. Corned beef is hot. Corned beef is like super hot. It melts in your mouth.
it was
The-
like right. That was almost like the midpoint of the trip. So
Now, who found this? Why was this a stop?
Our dad knew it. Our dad knew it, and he knew that we'd be so we kind of set this as a marker. We're like, if we can get out of here by 8 in the morning, we can be at Shapiro's by noon, and then we're there by
It's
noon.
like 4.5. Indianapolis is like 4.5 hours, depending
Okay.
on if our dad's driving.
So you're hitting lunch at
hit
Shapiro's.
lunch at
Lunch,
Shapiro's, and
and
then,
then
we move on
That's
for
like
another
a halfway
and-
point-ish.
and we get
5
up to
more
Canton,
hours.
Ohio, and when we were in Canton, Ohio, we had older cousins. We still do it. Dennis and Gordon, our cousins.
Oh shit!
And
these guys are great.
Gordon was
First of all, they got us into. They each had like cool for us. They had like cool cars. Like they weren't like Camaros and whatnot, but they were like Celica sports car, like you
Supra?
know, Supra.
Supra.
Like yeah, dude, this is what it looked like. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's it.
That's exactly what it
exactly
was.
it.
So look at how badass this car is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's incredible. So that was the car they
Celica,
had.
okay.
They put tape decks.
GT.
Dude, they had tape decks in their
Yeah.
cars. They would park the car in the driveway. They had a big, so you drove in the house, and there was like
Round the back
round
to
the
the
back.
garage.
There's like a huge square driveway that a basketball
court.
hoop on the top of the garage. They'd open the car door right here and play. That was the first time we heard Boston. That was the
Oh,
first time
yeah.
we heard Journey. First time we heard High Infidelity, the whole album. We learned the whole album shooting hoops with these guys because they were 10 years older than us, shooting hoops and hanging out. And they were so nice to hang out with us. And they just played us all the music they had. It was so good.
And this was the thing. We were super into baseball, Randy and I, because we played baseball all growing up. Our cousin Gordon built this.
He's like a brilliant, like almost like an engineer type. He's a
he
doctor
cut the
now.
bottoms out of tennis ball cans, tennis ball cans, strung like 5 together, put lighter fluid in the
Oh,
bottom,
hell yeah.
put a tennis ball
in
the
it,
top,
lit the fucking
wick,
wick,
I love
and it
it.
would shoot it
Yeah.
up in the sky
like
like 100 feet.
100 feet.
I mean,
100
to
feet,
us
and
is
then
100
we'd have
feet.
to try and catch
Like
him.
a potato. No, on fire?
No, the ball was not
Oh,
on
okay.
fire.
You're just trying to catch it coming
We were
down.
just trying to catch fly balls. And
Mm-hmm.
so he was like, he would aim it out towards the backyard. He'd shoot it like 100 yards in the air, and we'd try to catch
hell
these fly
yeah.
balls. And that was as like fireflies are all around you. As the
Oh.
fireflies are all around you, it's a hot summer Ohio night. The funniest part about Canton, Ohio, the only reason why anyone
I
in
mean,
this
you know
world
how
knows-
big of sports fans we are. St. Louis had a
course.
football team when we were growing up. The St. Louis football
You've had
Cardinals.
2 of them.
Yeah, man, but we were gone when the Rams came, so we were.
we
out
grew
of
up
there.
watching the Cardinals.
And we had season tickets on the night in section 119. We sat behind the
There's
guy.
a whole group of drunk guys from Ragazzi's restaurant who sat behind us.
There was one guy who was so drunk one time on Halloween, he wore a pumpkin on his head. And for the rest of the time, we're like, pumpkin head.
We called it
That's what we
pumpkin head. And he threw it on the ground when they lost because they always lost. And we love the football Cardinals. We love the NFL.
Even though they were 5-11.
We
every
love
year.
football. Our dad, we would go to Canton, Ohio once a year for like twice a year sometimes.
to visit our grandparents.
Probably
and
we
our
went
cousins.
20 times.
The
Our
Hall of
dad
Fame.
would not take us to the Hall of Fame.
Never.
Because he
It's
said
like-
it was a ripoff.
Rip
What?
off. Too
And we're
much
like,
money.
How much?
once you want to
How
take
many
us one-
times you went there?
It's like 15 times, 20 times.
Not
to Canton.
once, he didn't.
Never,
Never went.
ever took us. So we were working. So late.
What you think? Just be like, fuck it.
So
Just go.
later in life, we're working for the NFL Network, and they wanted to do something at the Football Hall of Fame. Our first time ever going to the Football Hall of Fame.
We're like, we can't go to Canton and not call our Aunt Rita, who's like 85, who lived across the street.
Who all of her texts, all caps, like everything,
Shouting
emails, all
everything.
caps, and you're like, "Why are you shouting?" And then you meet her, and you're like,
Oh, she is actually shouting.
Yeah, she is shouts all the time. Randy, Jason,
So
Randy.
So Aunt Rita, the bit we did with the NFL Hall of Fame was like, we're going to come to the NFL Hall of Fame.
We've
but
never been because our dad never took us because he said it was
because
too
it's too cheap.
expensive. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: we can't come to Canton and not also spend time with our Aunt Rita. We have limited time, so we're gonna bring Aunt
Do
Rita
both at the
with
same time.
both at the same
So
time.
we're talking to the guy from the Hall of Fame. We're like,
So was it weird when O.J. Simpson, obviously, when the crimes happened, did you have to think hard about removing some of his memorabilia? And they're like, no, obviously the football.
Hang on a second. Before you answer that, Aunt Rita, how are Dennis and Gordon doing?
over and
She's sitting right there with her purse.
How are Dennis and Gordon?
With her purse.
She answers the question. We're like, so when the NFL Football Hall of Fame expanded in 1990 and he talked about the expansion, we're like, that's amazing. So Aunt Rita, are you still working out at the community center or where do you belong to a gym now?
Unbelievable.
She was so great because she played it straight, which was just amazing.
And then the best part about that is to be nice to our Aunt Rita, they said, look, we're going to give you passes so that you like a card, which is like you're a lifetime. You can come to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah?
And you can bring like a guest with you if
One
you want.
guest with
They're
you.
thinking there's an 86-year-old woman who doesn't like football. She's never going to.
And she had never been. She'd never been to the Hall of Fame.
Spent her whole life in Canton. Never
No.
been.
Never been.
So she doesn't give a shit about football.
Yeah.
But she loves free stuff. So she has been back to the Football Hall of Fame so many
With
times.
so many people.
The guy emailed us. He's like, "We're losing money.
we gotta give her. We gotta rescind it.
We got to take it back.
Take
You
back.
need to call your aunt.
Also, we didn't think you were going to live this long. You know,
You got to call your aunt and tell her to stop bringing people.
Did you not hear she's working out at the community center? She's gonna be alive forever.
She's never going to die. She's
I love
it's her new
50 people a
jam.
year.
It's her new bingo.
They're literally their attendance numbers have never been higher, and their bottom line has never been lower because of our aunt.
Because of Aunt Rita. But like that was those were our trips. So like we never really like. I mean, as kids, we went down to Disney World down in Florida once.
We'd come out to L.A. because our mom had a brother out, and dad had a brother out here in
Oh, yeah?
L.A. Yeah, we had. They lived in Malibu, like up, like on the beach, on the cliffs. It was really beautiful. We loved L.A. Loved L.A.
And our cousin, who's 4 months older than us, she went to Michigan with us. Melissa, she's got 5 kids now. She was an only child, but like
all out here?
Yeah, all her kids are kind of all over. So she's got twins that are the same age as my youngest daughter.
Graduating this year,
going off to college. Another daughter who's the same year as my older daughter, and she's at Carnegie Mellon. And then she's got a son who just graduated from Michigan and a daughter who graduated a few years ago from Kenyon College, who is in the world of podcasting, helping like produce and cut clips and stuff like that. So a couple back here, we'll figure it out. But she was a big, big part of our life. She was like the sister we never had because we were like, even though we're 2 people, we were like one entity.
we were like an only child,
Right.
kind of. It's a weird concept. I mean, you as a twin understand that.
I get it. Yeah, we
right?
had a younger brother, but I do get it.
You were one entity. It was almost
Oh,
like
yeah.
there were 2 brothers.
I mean, when you said Derek and Ryan, that was just like one name.
Right.
You know, we're
Derek
just,
and Ryan.
And it was in that order because that's how we came out.
It was like
You know
when
what
we
I mean?
before we met Patton Oswalt, we thought he was a comedy team. Or like a ventriloquist, Patton Oswalt. Well, when you gonna get the puppet out, Pat?
Opening for him is Mr. DJ and Mr. CP.
Mr. DJ, Mr. DJ and CP could have been the greatest, like BJ and the Bear
For real,
cop
no
show
doubt.
from the '80s.
Dude, that would have
A
been the
buddy
best.
DJ show.
I mean,
And
BJ
he's
and the
making
Bear.
him do everything.
Everything.
BJ and the Bear. They call
He's
him.
falling and shit. He's like, be careful.
Hey,
Not helpful.
hey, man.
They're asking him to
Just
do
giving him advice.
It gets a little rocky up there. But bring all that other stuff.
Hold on as best you can, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
I forgot my utility belt. Grab that. It's in the back of the-
Grapple down. Grapple down.
All right, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Any games, I was asking you outside, any games you guys created, any neighborhood games
Oh,
where,
yeah.
like, if you weren't from there, you're like, what the hell is this game? Like, what'd you all create?
So there were 4 houses on our street, like on our portion of where we were on the street. In the corner was the Wallaces. That's where the bus stop was. That's where the pool was. And you'd wait for the bus there. We'd like play games there. They had a great front yard across the street. There was a street. And then there was, another front yard of the house across the street from them. We would play this game where it was like home run, where basically, and we were little, but like you would pitch it to the kid. The house is facing this way. The driveway's off to the side. You'd pitch a tennis ball, and with like not a full bat. What kind of a bat was
It's
it?
kind of like a stick ball bat almost. Thin.
You hit it, and if you could clear the street,
That's a home
That's a
run.
home
that's a
run?
home run. If
Okay.
you hit the house, it's a grand slam. The house across
Oh,
the street.
shit. All right.
And there was only like one kid we ever saw who hit the house. But I remember one time I was playing this, like maybe one of my greatest sports moments. And we're like, you played against teams, and it's a tie game. And this is like the end of the game. Mom's already come out the house and said dinner. And we're like, shit, we got to go. And it's like the last one, sun's going down or ish. And I go and I swing and I hit it. And I'm like, oh, that's not clearing the street. That's definitely not clearing the street. And as it's coming down, a newspaper truck comes by. It
Hits
bounces
the
up the
truck.
truck, goes
Hell
across the street.
yeah.
I'm like, see you, bitch.
Touch them all. Walk off. Touch them all.
It's like off of Seiko's head.
Yeah, dude.
It was so good.
That's great.
So
That's
I mean, like
fucking
best
great.
timing ever. I could not have
That's
planned
great.
it. I still remember it.
Isn't
to
it?
this day.
Yeah, isn't it funny that some of your greatest? You would think your greatest sports memories would come in like a high school. Nah, man, there was some
it was
backyard
at the
memories
Wallace's
that were
hitting on
legendary.
everything.
When we were in high school, we played baseball for our high school team. There was a coach, Barry Rinderknecht.
Phenomenal.
Come on, dude.
The greatest
These
thing.
names are the best.
I can't make that up.
What the hell is that?
Like
Literally
if you
the-
told me Rinderknecht is like who's taking over for Time Warner, that's your new
Yeah,
that's your new internet provider.
Rinder
We're with Rinderknecht. Oh, okay. I'm with Spectrum.
What's
Okay.
your BB? What's your internet speed?
So this guy was, he was there, but his brain was not there.
Maybe the dumbest person
So,
ever.
I was-
he
So-
coached history, like remedial history.
So I didn't pitch. I was playing left field. Randy pitched and was playing third base. He's warming Randy up for 3 innings on the sidelines to come in to finish this game. And he walks out and he points to me in left field. And I'm like, no. I point to Randy.
Oh,
so
he
he's
thinks-
pointing to me and I'm pointing to Randy. And he's like this. And I'm like, I'm pointing that way. He's like, and it's the insane game of him pointing at me and me pointing at Randy to where he's like, get in here. And I run in and I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, you're pitching. And I was like,
you warmed Randy
him up for 3 innings. And he's like, don't tell me what I did.
Don't tell me what
So
I
now
did.
I
don't
come
wanna be
in.
wrong.
I'm like, I'm not a pitcher.
Coming in cold.
Coming in cold. He loses the game.
I lose
for
the
us.
game.
course.
2 pitches, home run, double, or 3 home run.
Walk off.
They aren't even like, I'm not even walking dudes. They're just blasting off. And we lose. And I'm like, that's not my fault. And he's like, it is your fault. I'm like, you warmed him up. Don't tell me what I did.
Don't tell me what I did.
It was unbelievable. It was
Barry
hilarious.
Rinderknecht.
Barry Rinderknecht. So yeah,
Barry Rinderknecht.
I mean,
that was one of my
unbelievable.
great high school memories.
All right, Kirsten, you have some things you want to show? You have some pictures or anything you found?
Oh my Lord. All right.
yeah.
So we all, same haircuts.
Same haircut with
Those
our
are
mom.
great
Annette
haircuts.
Sklar. Yeah, look at that. Just put the bowl on it.
Oh
cut
my
around
God!
it.
All 3 of you have the
Oh,
same
my-
cut.
Those aren't even
Just
bowls.
realized.
They're like helmets.
They're
They're
literally
Yeah.
like it's like space balls.
yeah. We're like from part of the empire.
It does look like you can take it off.
We definitely both look like kids that like Michael Jackson touched. But here we are now. You can see like my hair is kind of changing on the left, and
I'm
Jay's
still hanging on to the old hair.
Hanging on. Mom looks like Tennille from Captain and
Yeah,
Tennille,
she
Tony
sure does.
Tennille. And that was in our living room.
Mom's
Mom said that
cute.
She's
Mom's
the
cute lady.
cutest,
Cute lady, so sweet. And that's our old, like, gross, like, yellow gold shade, like, curtains around the front windows and those thick pull down windows with the like jaggedy. I mean, and we're wearing different, same brand, but different shirts.
This is what I wanted to ask you. Did your mom ever do the identical twin
No,
stuff? Never.
she did. Well, so we wrote an entire show based on this, a 2-man show. The only time she dressed us exactly alike.
Damn, mom's silent.
Yeah, she
dude.
was
cool.
just like Elkie Summer, like a Jewish Elkie Summer.
So the one time she dressed us exactly alike, we were 6 weeks old. She hadn't taken us out of the house yet. She dressed us in the nicest outfits, took us to the doctor. Just getting to the doctor was its own miracle. And, you know, when you're a kid,
why do I look like on the stump someone was like, please don't pet the rabbit that hard?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
You got to dash it down, brother.
You're squeezing it.
So our mom takes
Early
us.
days of CP here.
Look
Our
at
mom
Jay.
takes us
Jay
to-
looks like he has like a mortgage.
I'm like, yeah.
So I see what she's doing. So you're identical, except it's like Bo and Luke Duke. You got
Red
a red
Randy-
shirt on. He's
Red
got a-
Randy Blue Jay.
Red Randy Blue
Red
Jay.
Randy Blue Jay. That's how it worked. So she can remember.
You got the red. He's got,
Mom looks
Randy's like the devil and I'm an angel.
you got
All right.
Bo and Luke Duke here. How do you know the difference? One's got a yellow shirt. One's got a blue. shirt.
so here we are, different even as babies.
Oh,
As
these
babies,
are
but we
your little
look, but we
baby
did
babies.
look so much alike. And so our mom took us to the doctor. They for the first time, took us away while she was talking to the diaper.
The only way she could tell us apart was the diaper pin. One had yellow, one had green.
Even her at the time.
Even her.
Wow.
So she.
That's a mom.
So the nurse takes us away while the doctor's talking to her about how we're developing, and she says, and brings us back to our mom like a second later. Just
it's like, here you
us
go. I
home.
put Pampers on your kids here. Her mom's like, wait, what?
What'd
Who
you
had
do?
which? And she's like,
I don't know.
And hands us the diaper. And the diaper pin's hands are in a little baggie. And
Our mom's like, wait, you did what? And she's like, well, our mom's like, who had which? I don't know. You don't know who had which. And the woman's like, you don't know? I'm like, our mom was like so embarrassed, brought us home, sat us up on the couch. Like I look at that picture and I'm like, is it possible that it's me on the right and also me on the left? Like, I don't know.
Like I can't. There's no discerning.
How does she figure it out?
So they guessed.
They guessed.
Our parents, our dad.
Wait,
came
you
home.
actually could have been opposites.
Yeah.
So
At what age is this?
This is
few months in?
6 weeks
6
old.
weeks. Okay.
They guessed, they buried it because they were in their 20s and new parents with kids. We found out about it because of our Aunt Linda when we were 10 years old down in the Lake of the Ozarks on a trip. Because our Aunt Linda was like, you still don't know the difference between your brothers? We're like, wait, what? And we find out about it. We got so mad.
Wait, how old are you when you find
10.
out? Oh, okay. So you don't know about it at all till then.
no.
And it just comes out.
But they were at that age where we're like, how dare you? We
Yeah.
got so mad. And we were like, you got to go to you should be arrested. We should call the police. You know, like crazy.
Call Andy Summers. I don't give a shit.
Call Sting. All right. So we're like, come on.
Any police.
And
Any police?
and we try
Stuart
to
Copeland's the other one.
try to find out. Thank you for years, for decades. They keep squashing it and kind of diverting our attention, which is
But what are you
with your
trying
kid.
to find out?
If we can find out if we are who we are,
Because we've been
And
all
how
this
could you?
you could go back to the hospital and check your
footprint versus the one they had in
footprint that
file.
they did for you.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
So, but we didn't know how to do that when we were 10, and we didn't
Yeah.
even know to ask for that. We only kind of started to become hip to that when we were like 40, when our
Yeah.
dad passed away, and we came home and we started to like look into like, we're like,
Can we figure this out? We can figure this out. And then they
So
were
we
like,
called the hospital and they're like, no, we don't
have
keep the records. We
records.
burned them. We're like, why would you
Burn
burn
them?
them? That's a
They
little.
burn- Is that right?
They
Yeah.
said they burned the
Burn them.
records. We're like, that's a little
Come on.
violent, but fine. All right. So we get.
this isn't a library in Tampa.
Right.
What are we burning?
We threw that in some Huck Finn books in a box.
we told your cousin Gordon to put it in a bunch of tennis cans. and he lit it on
couple of
fire.
copies
We were catching them out back.
couple of copies of Sense and Sensibility.
So we get, we were 48 years old, and Randy found some key to some trunk we hadn't opened in our house in decades, and he opened
Is that
it up,
right?
and he found
Like an old memento that was a footprint. And from the
whose?
hospital.
So this was an ad. We were in an ad. We were in a Kodak picture ad. That
That's
was
a big
us.
deal, Kodak.
That was
Yeah.
a big deal.
And
I mean,
that
Wait,
was-
hold on. Let's get. We'll come back to this.
So we find.
Yeah.
So we find the memento, and then we did the one thing that anyone would do. I'm
that anyone would do in that moment, and that's call This American Life and see if they want to go on the journey with us. to
and they
figure out
did,
if
and
we
they found us a forensic specialist down in Buena
No.
Park, California, and we
This what happened?
this happened, and we found out the answer to the question. And it's all part of our 2-man show, which we're hopefully going to take to Broadway, because it's a show about identity.
Are you who you thought you were?
Well, you
Well,
got to
you
come
gotta
see
watch
the show.
the show.
Watch it.
Son
So,
of a bitch.
but what's great about it is what we realized, and I know you realize this too, is what we realized as we wrote the show is that when you're born, your parents are, and you come into the world, into consciousness, your parents are your parents. They're not people. They're just your parents. And you don't really start to see them as people until you have kids yourself.
Amen, bro.
And
It's a
then
long game.
they
Or you
turn
get
into
older.
people when you turn into a parent. So
Mm-hmm.
that you kind of do this identity swap, and you start to be like, oh, this is hard. You're getting bombarded with hard stuff all the time.
And
They
you
were
think,
just doing
you
their
think
best.
the script of your life started on page 1 when you were born, but it really
You
started.
came in on page 30.
Oh yeah.
They
easy.
had a whole life before you got
That's
there,
right.
and
Yep.
and so when you start to dig into
I mean, we're in Vietnam before you
Jesus
guys. You know
Christ.
what I mean? There's a lot going on for you.
There's,
showed up, motherfucker.
there's great stuff happening. There's set pieces before you arrive in the
for
script,
real. Right?
So what you don't know that, and so when you start to understand the full picture of the story of your family and your life and where you fit in, then you start to understand how hard it is to be a parent, and that they were just doing their best, and our parents weren't trying to bury information on us and dodge the answer, and we start to understand who we really are. That's what the show's about, and that's what we think life is about, and that's why I love this show. I love the Wayback, because you start to look back with the perspective that you have as an adult of the things that you did when you were a kid, and you start to see what you loved about it, what was a little weird, what was insane about it, and all that stuff with the perspective of an adult looking back on it is, to me, it's the greatest in this world.
The greatest, and you figure out like exactly who you are. So anyway, the show's called The Bourne Identity, BORN.
Love it.
We took the pun out of it, made it exactly what it is, and hopefully it goes to Broadway like in the next year. We hope.
Good for you guys. Let me. This is what my mother desperately wanted. Now, can I ask you this? As far
she
as
dressed two people who didn't look alike exactly alike.
Not even you.
Yeah,
two other people.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Two people that look nothing alike, identically dressed.
Oh my God.
Look like you're like stagehands for Mum and Chance.
Look at you guys.
We look nothing alike, and she's dressing as like.
Can we get a little more flip on that hair? Just curl it up.
From the gay one on the right. That's me. the little gay one on the right.
Those pants are so
There's
thick.
a sense on the right. There's a sense of you being like, "Come on, man, take this, man. I gotta do this.
It's my third smile, bro.
I can't sit in here in these Calvin Pete pants.
Mills, man.
Those are 3-ply pants.
Oh, we had Olin Mills.
Those are so.
Olin Mills would be like,
in there.
I love Olin Mills would have like a picture of a forest behind you and one practical log in the front.
That's it. Where'd this carpeted step come from in the woods?
Dude, there was a play. Okay, there was our
There it
friends.
is. It's
Okay,
always
there were twins older than us.
Look at that carpet, bro. It's always carpet.
Dude, that was like our basement carpet. But there were
twins older than us.
Dude, these guys, the Ziegelman twins, Larry and Terry Ziegelman. And it's
Larry and Terry,
like Larry and Terry,
and every time they outgrew their like sport coats, they would give them.
Our parents would be like, "You got to go over.
It's time to go to the Ziegelmans and get new sport coats.
Right, get your blazers."
And we'd go to get the.
So the Ziegelman's father owned, or their family owned, a shoe store, like a kid's shoe store. This is the greatest thing I've ever heard of.
With like carpeted tunnels that you could climb through, like a cat,
like Stride Right or something like that.
Stride Right.
But there was like a whole like series of like you're going under the city, you know what I mean? And it's like just kids climbing around in this thing. I'll never forget that. Oh my God, this is great. And
what
you
is
can
this?
see
It's high school. It's a bunch of twins in our high school. I think.
This is a twin piece, and
wow.
wow.
So there were the Zinberg twins down bottom left.
So
Those
funny. We had the
kids-
Ziegenfuss twins.
Ziegenfuss.
Yeah, they played on our soccer team.
Of course they did.
Brian and Jeff, fraternal though.
Right. These girls, I remember these girls in the middle. They were sweet. I don't really. And is that Mrs. Groth? Oh, that's a dude.
So all right, so Mrs. Groth
from the yearbook.
So
right,
she was the yearbook editor. I was writing.
You will love this story, Ryan.
I wrote sports. I wrote the sports thing.
My daughter's a senior right now.
Second half of senior year, you're checked out. But I
She's
still have
about to graduate.
responsibilities.
I'm with a kid who is in this mindset right now, so I know.
Senioritis
So
already.
I'm writing this essay about this guy who was a cross country runner, Ryan Unterreiner.
Phenomenal name.
And
his sister Carrie was in
so
our class.
sweet. And we saw her recently. She came to a show. Awesome. Very cool. So Ryan was one of the best cross country runners of the school. And I was like, late at night,
in the state, this kid was great.
I was like, he runs like, and I'm looking for a word to describe what's an animal. And I didn't want to say cheetah. And I didn't want to say, so I was like, he runs like a gelding. So if you look up what the definition of a gelding is,
a fish?
No.
Wait, before I want you to look up what a definition of a gelding is, because I want. Okay, hold on. The definition of a gelding.
Gelding.
Okay.
A castrated pale horse.
So that's what I wrote. And by the way,
paper.
it got, and since Jay's the editor, that goes out.
I checked. I was the guy who sort of like checked it, and I was like, "Oh, that's what it's going to be." And it got out, and
God.
the parents called, and they're complained to the
Mrs. Groth, who was up there in the corner,
and she came at me, and she was like, "What? How? Why would you do this? Like now these people are upset." And I'm like, "Tell me honestly." If you were castrated, wouldn't you run fast?
You're
You're losing some of your weight.
especially the moment they chop it.
Right.
You're flying.
Get this
You'd run
kid-
across the country.
Get him a mile and a 16th.
So I had to
You
write
didn't head
her.
upstairs the Encyclopedia Britannica G section and look
That's
at
down,
GH and
down
look, oh, sorry,
under,
my bad.
underneath
That's
the,
right.
above the goal.
Yeah,
Above
we went downstairs to do it, but then we played hand soccer, for an hour, and I forgot why I was down there.
Beat
but
the shit out of some ping pong battles.
I'm telling you, I had to call the student and apologize.
She was
to
a
him.
great teacher, but that was
I had to apologize.
Hilarious.
Sorry, I'm a
God,
senior. I don't care
ridiculous.
anymore.
I loved it. That was great. This was probably in our yearbook.
Are there any other twins prior to you guys in your family?
Our
Is it in
grandmother,
your-
I think, was a twin,
But her twin died at birth. So
See,
like
we're
it exists.
The
my
only
brother and I are products of fertility pills. We're not
okay.
genetic twins. We were some medical 1972 pill twin.
Amazing.
And that's why I'm saying my mom was like, look, it's nonstop with this shit. It's mental illness to take two people who look
don't look
nothing
alike
alike and
just
dress
throw,
them.
Let's just throw them in girls' clothes too.
Yeah.
It's
And
like-
immediately, as soon as when we
man.
rolling up, we're like, fuck this.
dude, but your
shit.
haircuts are the same,
Haircuts.
dude.
We all went to the same barber.
Same haircut.
Same barber.
John's and Arbutus.
Same,
my first haircut.
same blind barber. That's unbelievable.
We went to the barber that our dad took us to. His name was Klaus. Klaus the barber sounds like a Nazi that was
No
like
doubt.
hiding in
No
Argentina.
doubt.
So he was German, and
Of course he was.
and
He
his
had a-
haircut place was in the bottom of a parking garage in Clayton, Missouri. And I'll never forget him because like talk about like a Nazi or like a James
He had
Bond
a
villain.
fish tank.
He had a fish tank full of piranhas.
He is a villain.
Piranha.
He's a villain.
Like, and we throw meat in there. We're
Yeah.
like, who is
What
this
are we
guy?
doing?
They were like, Dad, you got to go to Klaus the
that's
barber.
awesome, man. Just
Klaus
take,
the
just box it in the back and take a little off the side.
You want the piranhas to
Fine.
bring me a Jew? Who is next?
Little
Who's
human
next?
Jew meat.
Does
Who
it
is
hit? Is it safe?
Is it safe?
You guys are Jewish kids getting your hair cut by a Nazi.
Klaus the barber. Who's
feeding a piranha?
Hang on a second. Tell me who this guy is. His name's Klaus the barber.
On principle, I'm not taking you in there. You know.
Our dad was just like, yeah, I think it's like $6.
It was a good cut.
Yeah,
It was a good
it's
cut. $6. It was inexpensive.
Oh,
It's
my
gonna-
God.
Our
It's-
dad, our
Dad-
dad thing every time we got a haircut, it's gonna grow out.
It's gonna grow out. It'll grow
Yeah,
out.
it'll
Like
grow
that's
out.
not the way you should be. But
Yeah.
our parents were always, and again, our dad was like, again, saving money was like such a thing for us. And I hate that it's like stereotypically Jewish, but I think it was just because we didn't have a lot of money. They took us to a place. You got to look this place up because it does not exist anymore in St. Louis, called Mr. Steak.
Mr. Steak.
And I realized
What?
it's another
Mr.
Mr.
Steak?
Mr. Steak.
That is a lot of mystery shit, man.
Yeah, again, these aren't professional people.
Mr. Steak, St. Louis,
Mr.
Missouri.
Steak, St. Louis, Missouri in the 1970s. Okay.
So much mister going on.
Mr. Steak was okay.
Mr.
There it is,
Yuck.
right there.
Y'all remember Mr.
That's
Yuck?
It. That's it. Okay.
Oh, Mr.
So
Steak.
he would take
okay.
us to Mr. Steak. Our
This
parents
is a big
said-
deal.
Oh God, I remember
This
this.
is like a big night
no,
out.
we went to Mr. Steak,
He's a-
and I'm telling you,
A drumstick?
this is what our dinner was: a drumstick
Of what?
of
chicken.
chicken.
Because that Mr. Steak.
It was a drumstick from Ansley Dunbar, the drummer from Journey.
What are y'all getting, Mr. Steak? I'll get the chicken.
No, so we
What
get
are you known for here?
what's the name of the place?
What's the name of it, Mr. Steak?
What are we gonna get? Oh, the chicken.
Chicken.
How's the chicken?
Motherfucking, everything is steak. My whole legacy is steak. I'm gonna go with the chicken.
The boys will have the chicken. So we got a drumstick and a hat.
I'm sorry. The whole thing's Mr. Steak. Okay, a
Like, we didn't
drumstick.
trust the steak.
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
Steak.
clearly.
A drumstick, which was a fried drumstick, and a peach wedge. Okay, just a half of like
Wait,
a
just a
wedge
piece?
just
On a lettuce
on
garnish.
a lettuce garnish.
Wait, the fruits on lettuce?
Guess how much it was. Guess how much that was.
In the 80s?
No, in the 70s.
Yeah, late 70s.
$3.99.
How about
Do you wanna
29
take-
cents?
No!
29 cents.
29 cents. For 58 cents, he fed
Fed
both
both of
his
your
kids at a sit-down
Well,
restaurant.
he fed both his kids 2 pieces of chicken, half a peach.
Hey, man, we ate it. We ate
We're
it.
like, that's enough. Oh, my Lord, dude.
I mean,
this
that's
place.
just, and I
That's
just, I remember, I
crazy.
will not forget this place. It no longer
Is it still?
exists.
Oh, it's not there
No
now.
longer
it's not
exists.
there.
I
Right.
can't believe Mr. Steak.
There it
got
is.
out
There it
Does
is.
that
That
bring
was
you back
it.
memories?
Oh,
But our
totally,
dad was so
totally.
fun. Our dad was so funny. Like, he wasn't a comedian, but he would pull shit on people. This was so funny. Like, he'd go into, there was an A&W root beer.
Or
like,
there's a Flaming Pit. Didn't we do it there, too?
the
Like,
Flaming Pit where like they'd go into
Flaming
like
Pit, that's another St. Louis restaurant.
Flaming
Look
Pit
that
had like
one
a
up.
sunken area.
Sunken like fireplace in the middle, St. Louis Flaming
like a
Pit.
conversation pit, the flaming pit. Yeah, there you go. That's it. There you go. That flaming pit. That was it. All right, they didn't have the sunken thing, but that was a flame pit is where we were. Okay, yeah, perfect. That's it. So
Look at people dressed back then. Too,
so our
They're
dad
in
would go.
suits now.
Our dad would go
Smoking.
into the hostess thing. Yeah, the thick. It's like your pre-concert at like a Grateful Dead show in '77. So he would go in and he would see people that he knew there, and then he'd kind of back up and he'd be like, "Go over to that table over there." To the two of us, we're like 5. Walk over to that guy. See that guy wearing that jacket over there? Walk over to that guy and just say, "Daddy." So we'd like go over and do
you
it.
guys would do
Oh,
it?
yeah,
we
every
would do
time.
There you
Did
go.
it. It was great. It was just unbelievable. Daddy, just hilarious. And we
Is
would
it?
do
Where's
that.
this, Mr. Steak?
Yeah. Oh, Flaming Pit.
Flaming Pit.
Children $1 for fried
Look
chicken.
at that shrimp cocktail at 85 cents.
85 cent.
And 85 cents.
Filet mignon.
Steer burger, 85 cents.
Steer. What?
Steer is not even.
What is that?
How about a Frontier Frank for 60?
Oh, God,
Look at
dude.
that.
Deluxe salad bowl.
Fries, 35
Give me that
cents.
little Wrangler.
55 cents
So
for deluxe.
85 cents, you get a hot dog or a burger on a toasted bun. You get fries.
French
I mean, that's
milk
a
or
great
soda.
deal.
Dude, that was.
He's got
that-
seafood over here,
Dude.
too.
What
What are we
Rock
doing?
lobster.
What are we
Rock
doing? What are you?
Rock lobster is another way for saying like this ain't lobster.
Yeah,
you
no.
know, you put
It's
something in front
different
of
than what you're
Come
used
on,
to.
this is not.
Why does this only have one claw? They try to tell me one time I went to Mexico and they're like, it's a Mexican lobster. I'm like, you guys are cracking that other
No.
claw
Come
off
on.
and putting it in your bisque and shit. I know what's going on. They don't have one lobster claw.
He's waving.
No,
He's
I'm like,
waving.
bullshit. You
That's
snap
right.
one
That's right.
off and
He
you're
threw
using
it
it.
out.
For, not throwing it out there, using
He
it for
isn't-
stock and you know their bit.
He's waving.
He's waving.
He's saluting. That's
Guys,
like it.
thank you so fucking
Oh
much
my
for
God.
coming to
Of
do this.
course.
Please come back and do
By the
another
way, there's
one. We're
so
just,
much
I
on
know.
set. We are not even scratching
You're
the surface.
definitely coming back, please.
I love it.
We are
Um,
genetically designed to do
this
this.
is your
podcast.
show.
This
yes.
is our show.
I love it.
Promote everything one more time, please.
Supersklars.com has all of our dates. In the middle of August, 14th through the 16th, we'll be at
CB Live in
CB
Phoenix.
Live in Phoenix.
Oh, great.
All those dates, supersklars.com. We're going to do the Tag It shows where, again, we told you our friends do their sets. We tag their stuff
So
in front of
fun.
everybody. You'll do that, the one we do in the fall at Largo. But again, follow all our stuff and we'll tell you what's going on at Sklar Brothers, man. Thank you.
both.
Dude, you're the best.
Thank you.
As always, Ryan Sickler on all your social media. We'll talk to y'all next week.